Hey everybody, Sick this here again to talk to you about what I bought and what I watched today. And once again, head out to Goodwill where I got myself 6 VHS tapes all for 10 cents a piece, so let's take a look at everything I got. The first title I picked up was The Canterville Ghost. Now this here is a complete blind buy. What really sold me on this at first was the cover art. Then I read the synopsis, sounded interesting, and it gets pretty good reviews online, so I definitely had to pick this one up. Then I grabbed Monster Truck Bloopers 3. That's right, there are apparently at least 3 of these out there. I do have Monster Truck Bloopers and Monster Truck Bloopers 2, so I was pretty pleasantly surprised when I found Monster Truck Bloopers 3. Didn't know this existed, didn't have any idea that there was a third Monster Truck Bloopers 3. I'm actually surprised that there are 2 other ones out there, but these are a lot of fun to watch. They're super cheesy, they're just completely ridiculous. Actually, I've only ever seen the first one, but the first one actually didn't feature all that many Monster Truck bloopers. A lot of it was scenes of tractor pulls and weird things like that, but they were a lot of fun to watch, if for nothing less than watching the crowd. This is definitely late 80s, early 90s. Everybody has mullets. It's just trailer trash as far as the eye can see. It's just fun. So these are a great cheesy watch, and I would definitely recommend them if you love cheese. Then I picked up Rio Rita. Now this I'm very excited to pick up because I love Abbott and Costello. Do not have this title yet, so I definitely want to pick this one up and add it to my Abbott and Costello collection, and I cannot wait to sit down and check this one out. Then I picked up 411 Video Magazine number 30. As I've mentioned many times before, love skate videos because I used to skateboard through middle school and high school. I was always on my board, and my friends and I used to sit down and watch these great skate videos all the time. So anytime I come across these, I definitely pick them up, and I love watching them. The next title I picked up today is one that I'm always passing over. I do come across this one a lot on VHS and DVD, but for whatever reason, I never grab it, and that was Wild America. Again, I do not know why I always pass this one up, as I do come across it quite often, but I just never bother to grab it. So I figured today I would finally pick it up, check it out, see what it is all about. I've heard some good reviews on this. I know this movie is very nostalgic for some people, so I definitely figured I'd pick it up and finally check it out. And the last time I picked up was Winnie the Pooh, Sing a Song with Pooh Bear. And you're probably wondering why the hell did I pick this one up? And that's because I'm trying to get the entire Disney sing-along songs collection. I want to have every single one of those releases. And this, and there's also a Tigger one that I do already own. They are kind of unofficial sing-along songs releases. They're not actual sing-along song releases, but they do usually get categorized in with the other sing-along songs titles. So I definitely wanted to pick this one up to add it to my sing-along songs collection. For 10 cents, definitely happy to come across it. So that's it for what I bought today, so now onto what I watched. And for those of you who stuck around to the end of the video yesterday, you know exactly what I checked out. And that was Home Alone 4, Taking Back the House. Now, many of you warned me when you saw that I was going to watch this. You told me that it was a horrible movie. I was in for just a huge train wreck of a film. And yeah, more or less. This was just wretched. A horrible, horrible movie. However, many of you guys told me that this was worse than Home Alone 3, and I actually thought this one was just a little bit better. But again, that's comparing a pile of shit to a pile of shit. Maybe one pile smells worse than the other, but they're both piles of shit, and I don't want anything to do with them. Yeah, this one is... I just thought it was just a teeny bit better. Why, I don't know, but for whatever reason, it just kept me... It held my attention more than the third one. The third movie, I kept finding myself pausing it and getting up and getting a snack, or just, it was really hard for me to concentrate on the third movie. I was not getting into it. I just despised it. Whereas this one, I actually sat down and watched the whole thing, beginning to end, and it did hold my attention, even though it wasn't very good at all. The surprise in this one was, I was expecting, like in part 3, a new family. 3 had a whole new family, a whole new kid, whole new bad guys. There's a whole new movie in and of itself. It had nothing to do with the first 2. This one, Kevin's back, and so is his family, and so is Marv. Not Harry, but just Marv. Obviously, all played by different actors and actresses, which just makes for a confusing mess. They didn't even get people to even remotely look like the original characters. They don't even really act act like the original characters, and Kevin's parents are getting a divorce. That really bugged me. I know divorces are real life, people always get divorces, but if you watch the first two movies, his parents just seem so happy and so in love. They don't seem like the type of people who you would ever, in a million years, expect to get a divorce. And in this one they are. His father has met some new girl, and she's, she's rich, and they're about to go get married as soon as the divorce is finalized, and he goes to stay with them for Christmas, and of course Marv is out of jail now with his new wife, and they're going to rip off this lady's house, and it just so happens, that it's Kevin's father who's marrying her, and Kevin's there, and Marv's like, wow, this is crazy, you're here, and he's all surprised, and what the fuck ever. A mess. It was ridiculous. I did appreciate the fact that they were trying to continue the story, as opposed to the third movie that was just its own thing. Maybe that's why I liked it just a little bit more. Maybe I liked the fact that it was a continuation, as opposed to just its own story. I guess. I don't know. But regardless, it's not worth seeing. This movie was horrible. It's just as bad as the third movie. I can't recommend this one at all. Obviously, Home Alone 1 and 2 are fantastic. 3 and 4 are just complete garbage. And from what I hear, the fifth one is the same. I'm hoping they release the fifth one to DVD sometime soon, because I'll pick it up, I'll check it out. I've seen all 4 movies. Yeah, I gotta watch the fifth one now just to see what it's all about. So hopefully it does get released to DVD, possibly next holiday season. We'll have to see. But just stay away from this movie. Don't watch it. It's a mess. You'll want nothing to do with it. So that's it for what I bought and what I watched today. Certainly excited about the titles I picked up from my local Goodwill today, especially since I got all those for 10 cents a piece. And also watching Home Alone 4, Taking Back the House. Yes, it was a bad movie, and so was the third one, and I knew that going into them. I knew that Home Alone 3 and Home Alone 4 were going to be horrible. Was not expecting anything good out of them. I was pretty sure they were going to be terrible movies. But I really wanted to watch them because of 2 reasons. One, they're movies that I have within my collection, and I really want to see every movie in my collection. I've certainly not watched every one of these movies. I would love to tell you I have, but I have not. And it's my goal to eventually watch every movie that I do own at least one time. So, since I had them in my collection, I had to watch them, and I did puss out last year. I said maybe I'd watch them, and I never did. So I figured this year would be the year that I finally checked them out. And also, I was curious. Even though I knew they were going to be bad, I was kind of curious to see what they were. I wanted to know. I'm such a big fan of the first 2 movies. I wanted to know what 3 and 4 were like. And same thing with the 5th one. I know it's going to be bad. I'm not expecting anything good, but I'm kind of curious. I sort of want to see it just to see, what it's about, how bad it is, and what the story is. So I definitely had to sit down and watch them, even though I knew they were going to be really bad. But in the end, stick with 1 and 2 and stay far, far, far away from 3 and 4. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned to see what I bought when I watch tomorrow. See ya.